Periva Sharanam. Today we are going to see the 34th sloka of Soundarya Lahari. As usual, we will recite 31, 32 and 33 once and then go into the 34th sloka.
Chaturshashtya tantraihi sakalamati sandhaya bhuvanam sthitastat siddhi prasava paratantraih pashupatihi punastvan nirbandhadakhila purusharthaika ghatana swatantram te tantram shititalamavaditaradidam shivashaktih kamaha kshitiratharavishitakiranaha smaroham sashakraha tadanu cha paramaraharayaha amihrilekhabhihi tisrabhiravasaneshu ghatita bhajante varnaste tava janani namavayavatam smaram yonim lakshmim tritayamidamādau tava manoho nidhāyayke nitye niravadhi mahabhogarasikaha bhajanti tvam chintamani gunanibaddhakshavalayaha shivagnau juhvantaha surabhigritadharahutishataihi.
Now we will learn the 34th sloka.
Shariram tvam shambhoho Shariram tvam shambhoho Shariram tvam shambhoho Shashimihiravakshoruhayugam 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 Tavatmanam manye Tavatmanam manye Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati navatmanamanagham Bhagavati navatmanamanagham Bhagavati navatmanamanagham Atasheshasheshiti 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 Ayamubhaya sadharanataya
Ayamubhaya sadharanataya Ayamubhaya sadharanataya
Sthitas sambandho vam
Sthitas sambandho vam Sthitas sambandho vam
Samarasa parananda parayoho
Samarasa parananda parayoho Samarasa parananda parayoho
Shariram tvam shambhoho Shashimihiravakshoruhayugam
Shariram tvam shambhoho Shashimihiravakshoruhayugam Shariram tvam shambhoho Shashimihiravakshoruhayugam
Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati navatmanamanagham
Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati navatmanamanagham Tavatmanam manye Bhagavati navatmanamanagham
अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया
अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया
स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः
स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः
शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम्
शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम् शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम्
अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः
अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः
शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम् अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः
शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम् अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः शरीरं त्वं शम्भोः शशिमिहिरवक्षोरुहयुगम् तवात्मानं मन्ये भगवति नवात्मानमनघम् अतः शेषशेषीति अयमुभयसाधारणतया स्थितः सम्बन्धो वां समरसपरानन्दपरयोः.
Let us see the meaning of the shloka now. We are going to see how Acharya is taking step by step to the next level through this shloka. In the first shloka of Soundarya Lahari, he started by saying that Lord Shiva cannot even move without Shakti. There he establishes the greatness of Ambal or the importance of Ambal. How even Shiva cannot even move without Shakti. Then after that, he said that there are few officers who execute the orders of Ambal, who is the Maharagni. In that he establishes that the Amshas of Lord Shiva, like Rudra, Ishvara, Sadashiva, they are waiting for the orders of Ambal to execute it. In another shloka, he establishes that Ambal is the consciousness of Shiva. That is, he is the I or the I consciousness that is residing inside Shiva. Further into the shloka, he accuses Ambal that she has stolen Shiva totally. In there, he says that Ambal has totally swallowed up Lord Shiva because he finds the third eye that is to be found in Lord Shiva in her. And in the same way, the moon that is present or the crescent moon that is present on Lord Shiva's head is also there in Ambal. But only difference is that instead of being white, Ambal is in the Arunavarna. Now, in this shloka, Acharyal goes one step further. What is that? That is the Shiva Shakti Aikyam. Shiva and Shakti are not two, but all the same. They are always together. We all know that Lord Shiva gave one part or the left side part of his body to Ambal. But even saying that is wrong. Why is that? It is because when we say Lord Shiva has given his one side, then there becomes two people where there is one giver and there is one receiver. But here, there is only one. This is what we will understand by the end of this shloka. That is, there is no giver or there is no receiver, but it is one and the same. Lalitha Sahasranamam ends with this nama, that is Shiva Shakti Aikya Swarupini. The same thing is being told here by Acharya with the help of certain tattvas, and he takes us in the journey to the next level. Now let us see the first line. Shariram tvam shambhoho shashimihira vakshoruha yugam. Shariram is the body. Tvam, it is you. Shambhoho, that is Shambhu's body. Shambhu means Lord Shiva. So, Acharya is addressing Ambal here and saying, you are the body of Shambhu. That is Lord Shiva. You are the body of Lord Shiva. Shashi Mihira Vaksho Ruhayugam. Sashi means moon. Mihira is sun. Vaksho Ruha. It means the bosom. Here, Acharya is first depicting Lord Shiva as a Virat Swarupam, and in that Swarupam, Acharya says that the body is that of yours. That is what Shariram Tvam Shambhoho. What does this mean? Here Acharya is identifying Ambal as the mother to each and every living thing in this whole Brahmanda, and he is showing Ambal in that Virat Swarupam, where she is the mother who gives milk to, that is, every living being in this universe. In that Swarupam, as a mother to every living creature in this universe, the sun and the moon are her bosom, and through that she is providing food to everyone. Periva, in one of his discourses, has very detailedly explained about this. We can think that how could Ambal feed with the sun and the moon? For this, Periva says that only with the heat and light that is being generated from the sun, today scientists are saying that there is a process called photosynthesis that happens within the plants. This is not something that has been found by science now. In our ancient sciences itself, our Shastras have told that this is what is happening, and with the light and heat only, plants are able to live, and only because of this, we say that they are living things. Only in recent times, lot of people have conducted lot of research on these plants, and then they have accepted that even plants have life, or these plants are also living things. But it has been told thousands of years before in our ancient sciences itself. So, from the sun, these plants receive that power of creation or power to produce something, and they create food. Whatever we eat or whatever the animals in this planet eat is what these plants gives us, like fruits, leaves, all the vegetables, etc. are created by the plants. And how it is created? By the process of photosynthesis, which is because of the heat and light of sun. But what about the moon? Periva explains here that when we see the moon, we feel so happy. Our hearts are filled with happiness. It somehow able to create mental peace. The moon gives out cold rays or the Amrita Rashmi, that is the flow of Amrita. So when we see it, our hearts are filled. You know, the word for moon in Latin is luna, and with connection of this word luna, people who have some kind of mental problems are called as lunatic. So, even now we associate our mental status with the moon. If someone doesn't have a very good mental state, we generally say that they do not have a good position of the moon. So, here we can say that moon is responsible for our mental state, and the sun is responsible for our physical state. So here, mentally and physically, sun and the moon feeds us. So with this Virat Swarupam of Parameshwara, where you are the body and sun and moon are your bosom, you feed all the living creatures that reside in this Brahmanda or all the universes. This is the explanation for the first line. Now we will go to the second line. Tavatmanam manye bhagavati navatmanam anagham. As usual, Acharya has used a very specific or a special name here for Ambal. He calls out Ambal here as Bhagavati. There are quite a few reasons why Acharya could have used this word Bhagavati here to denote Ambal. The male form is called Bhagavan and his wife is Bhagavati. Periva says that you can call someone Bhagavan only if you have 6 types of Bhagams in you. If they are all present in you, then you can be called as Bhagavan. Bhagam means, one meaning is Aishwaryam, that is wealth. What are the 6 Bhagams? First is the quality that you can control someone. Second is Dharma. The third one is Yashas, or we can say it as Kirti, being known by everyone or being famous. Then fourth one is wealth, Shri. Then fifth one is Vairagyam. And the sixth one is Moksha. So if one has all these 6 things, then he is called as Bhagavan. So when we see Ambal as having all these 6 things, that is when we call her as Bhagavati. What does this mean? She has everything within herself. So Acharya in the first line told about the Virat Swarupam, which has everything in it. Acharya, to help us have darshan of this Virat Swarupam, which comprises of everything in it, he uses this word Bhagavati. That is, she is all comprising. And for us to imagine this Virat Swarupam, all comprising, he uses this word Bhagavati. Now we will go to the other words. Tavatmanam manye. Tava is your, Atmanam, your soul, Atma, manye, I consider. So, who I consider to be your soul? Bhagavati, hey Mata, what I consider to be as the soul or Atma of your body, that is Navatmanam Anagham. Here, Anagham means something which is sinless. That is, it is so pure. So, he is identifying something which is sinless. Anagham. And what is that? That is Navatmanam. What is Navatmanam? That is the one who has 9 vyuhas or parts. Who is that? That is Maha Bhairava. He is a form of Lord Shiva. And these 9 parts are Kala, Kula, Nama, Guna, Chitta, Nada, Bindu, Kala and Jiva. There are very detailed explanations about all these 9 vyuhas or 9 parts, and lot of interpretations have been given by big pundits. Here, for an example, we will be telling 1 or 2. For example, we will take Kala. There are so many parts of this Kala. Kala means time. So many divisions in it, like minute, second, hora, the day, night, year, months, the whole of Kalpa. So, the time has various divisions. And in the same way, each of these parts have different divisions, and the person who has control over all these things, the person who is able to exercise control over all these 9 vyuhas is Kala Bhairava. He is in that form of these 9 vyuhas, as well as he is able to control these 9 vyuhas. And he is the soul of your body. So now, when we see the 2 lines together, we will be able to understand how Acharya is guiding through the next level of this shloka. In the first shloka, we saw that Lord Parameshwara cannot even move without Shakti. So he is only like a Shava, that is just a body, and only if there is Shakti inside it, he will be even able to move it. From there, Acharya has slowly guided us, and we have come to a position where in this shloka he is saying that when you are the body, inside this body, the Atma or the Jiva Atma is that of Maha Bhairava or Lord Parameshwara. Now, when we say that Lord Shiva has given half of his body to Ambal, we can say that it is wrong, because the whole of Shiva's body is now Ambal only. And inside that body, the actual Atma is who? It is Lord Shiva. We can explain this with a small formula. We see A is equal to B. Then we see B is equal to A. Then what is the value of A and what is the value of B? It is either A or B. So either we can say it as or see it as A and B, or we can see it only as A, because the value is the same. There is no difference at all. There is only one thing and we see it as 2 different things. That is what Acharya is trying to explain to us. He is trying to explain to us the greatest Advaita principle, where everything is only one. Even though we see it as 2 different things, it is actually only one Vastu. This is what is told in the next 2 lines. We will be understanding this principle in the next 2 lines. The next line is Ataha Sesha Sheshi iti ayamubhaya sadharanataya. Ataha means therefore or so. So we are concluding. That way, ataha. Sesha Seshi. This word Sesham means something that is left over. So if you have something that is left over, then there must have been an item that was full, or from that full item something was left over. So that full item is Seshi, or the item from which this Sesham was there. So here Seshaha means something that is left over. It can also mean that is a slave. The Seshi is the main item. That is the actual owner. We have to understand this as a connection or something as a reference, where Seshaha means something that is left over which can connect to a slave, and Seshi means the main item from which something was left over, and therefore it can be imagined as the owner. In a different perspective, we can say that Seshaha Seshi means the owner and the servant. So, ataha Sesha Sheshi iti ayam. Here, iti means of the nature of, and ayam, this. What is this? That is the nature of this relationship. That is ataha, therefore, Seshaha Seshi iti ayam. Because of the relationship of this owner and his servant kind of relationship, the next word is Ubhaya Sadharanataya. Sadharanataya means being very common. Ubhaya means to both of you. That is, being common to both. That is, this relationship of the Seshaha Seshi is present as a common relationship between both of you. The next line is also a continuation of this. We'll see that. Sthita sambandhovam samarasa parananda parayoho. Sthitaha means to be present nicely there or to exist. So it is the continuation of the previous line. This kind of relationship of Seshaha Seshi, that is the owner and the servant, is commonly present, or it exists commonly between both of you. The next word, sambandho, that is sambandaha means the relationship that we already told. This relationship of a owner and a servant is called the sambandaha, or the type of relationship. The next word is vam. Tvam means you and vam means you both. He is identifying here both of them. The next word is samarasa parananda parayoho. Samarasa means to be equally poised. That is, both of them are equally able to enjoy parananda. Anandam means bliss, happiness. Parayoho. That is, both of them are equally enjoying this ananda or bliss as Parai and Paran, where it is Ambal and Shiva. So, Parai is Ambal and Paran is Shiva, and that is what is denoted as Parayoho. So, both of you is what is told here. Now, if we see these two lines together, therefore, because of the nature of this relationship that exists between you two people in common, you both as Parai and Paran, you enjoy this Ananda or bliss equally. That is, he understands that this kind or nature of relationship of Seshaha Seshi is being enjoyed by both Ambal and Parameshwara. That is what is told here. What is the actual tattva here? That Acharya is trying to say, when Shiva is as the body, Ambal is the Shakti inside him, which makes him even move. So, when Shiva is the body, Ambal is the inner Shakti. But when Ambal is the body, when we see the body as Ambal, we find that the actual soul or Shakti is Shiva. This means that there is no difference between these two people, or one resides within another person. That is, Ambal resides within Shiva and Shiva resides within Shakti. In one other place, Periva explains that the concept of Shiva and Shakti is always together. Shiva is immersed within Shakti and Shakti is always immersed within Shiva. We have to learn to see it that way. Even some places we might say that we see Shiva separately as alone. Even in those cases, we have to understand that Shiva is not alone. Inside Shiva or inside the body of Shiva, there is always Shakti. For example, he gives Dakshinamurti Swarupam, where we can see that Lord Dakshinamurti is sitting alone and quiet, separately from Shakti. Even in that case, Periva says that Dakshinamurti is having Shakti or Ambal within his heart. So he is a Murti who has kept Ambal or Shakti inside his heart, and that is how we have to see that Murti. As a direct opposite to it, when we see Durga, we see that she is a separate Murti who is standing alone and doing japa. But there also, Periva says that we have to understand inside that Durgai, we have Parameshwara or Lord Shiva, who is the soul of that Murti. So whenever we see a Murti, even though they are separate or not together, we have to see that the soul inside Shiva is Shakti and the soul inside Shakti is Shiva. So in the shloka, Acharya also brings in the concept of Kaulacharam and Samayacharam, where Kaulacharam means the outwardly worship of Ambal, that is having a Murti or giving a Murti Swarupam to Ambal and worshipping it. And Samayacharam means the worship of Ambal within ourselves. As a Tattvam, Ambal is being worshipped within ourselves. So when we say Samayacharam itself, then we have to understand that it is the worship of both Shakti and Shiva, where there are 5 ways in which they are shown equally. In a place where Periva explains about Ambal being Samayachara Tatpara in Lalitha Sahasranamam, he says that there are 5 ways in which Parameshwara and Ambal are considered same. It is called as Panchasamyam. It is the most important thing in Samayacharam. What are they? So first is Nama, that is the name. When he is called Shivan, she is Shiva. Hamsan, Hamsi. Bhairavan, Bhairavi. Second is the Rupam, the way they look. Both Kameshwaran and Kameshwari, they are in very red color, that is Aruna Varnam. Both have 3 eyes, 4 hands, crescent moon on their head. So Ambal is just like Shiva here. The next one is where they are. Both of them are said to be in the middle of the Amrita Sagaram or at the top of Meru Parvata. In Sri Chakra also, the middle point or the Bindu where both Shiva and Shakti are together. The fourth one is what they do. Both of them are said to do the Panchakrityams. When we see the Leelas of both of them, we see that both of them do the same thing. And the fifth and final one is the Anugraha that they give. That is the blessings that they shower on us. How is it? For example, whenever a Bhakta gets into some trouble, they are the first ones who come to save us. He comes running to save us. Same way Ambal, as the mother, she also comes running to save us. Both are Karuna Murtis and they just cannot see anyone suffer. Final tattva that we have to learn from this shloka is that Ambal and Shiva are the same. One resides within another, which means there is no difference between both of them. Within Ambal, Shiva is there, and within Shiva, Ambal is there. So with this understanding, let us finally recite this shloka once. Shariram tvam shambhoho shashimihira vakshoruha yugam tavatmanam manye bhagavati navatmanam anagham atassesha sheshi iti ayamubhaya sadharanataya stitas sambandho vam samarasa parananda parayoho. Periva Sharanam.